Hey again, guys. I will be resuming my Sonoran Sunrise sim today. As for the moves that happen in the off season, I will be going over those really quickly, and then we can hop into the season. We've definitely got some interesting roster moves. The first thing I'm going to say is I don't remember if I acquired Willie Adamas on stream or not, but he was temporarily with us. He was going to be our stopgag until Filiberto Borromini was ready. But as you can see, Borromini is in fact ready. His shortstop defense is really good. His contact ability is there. He will be our shortstop this year at age 19, ladies and gentlemen. He is a 19-year-old making his major league debut as a 4-star overall. Very exciting future ahead for him. As for the rest of the roster, Sonoran Dominguez will be getting a lot of time as our backup guy. We're going to be moving people around as much as possible to make sure he gets a lot of at-bats. DeCastro will be our backup infielder. And I believe that's pretty much it. We got a very similar roster to last year. Alec Boehm, of course, gone. Now the rotation will be Ace Sixto Sanchez, number 2 man Corbin Martin. Chris Sale was traded in order to make money for Herman Marquez, but his contract went way up, so we are going to be using Logan Gilbert as a stopgag until Case Williams is healthy, and then he will join our major league rotation. Brendan McKay will be our third pitcher, and Alex Velazquez did indeed sign with us. He will be our fourth. He's probably going to pitch much better than your average number 4 starter, of course. Rui Kikuchi actually did sign with us very cheaply. Surprised pleasantly by the affordability of him. He's going to be nice as our closer. Ben Bowden will, thanks to his extreme amount of success, take upon the high setup man spot. Kirby Yates will fall to the second setup man spot because my owner insisted so strongly on me signing him. I just went ahead and did it. Ohio and Lawson will head our middle relief. Called up Tagama Waziri, one of our more interesting relief prospects. Kyle Keller will also be part of our relief corps. I don't remember exactly what trade he came over in. Slater O'Brien and Max Meyer will be our long relievers. And yeah, we've definitely got a very interesting team. Got some very interesting prospects as well. Of course, Borromini and Dominguez will be at full time this year. I almost let House start on the roster. Coronado, he should be starting at least in Double A. Jeez, look at his ratings. Amador is in a really weird position right now. He still is only 20, but he shredded Double A last year and is very much a major league caliber player. But we do not have a roster spot for him, so I'm going to have to try to figure stuff out there. Bryce Matthews, I acquired him from the Royals for Willie Adamas. He's an interesting outfielder. Jose Cerda, of course, one of our pitchers. Case Williams, another pitcher. Elias Mendoza, another pitcher. Got a third pitcher in there somewhere. Xavier Arguin, of course, our Ichiro Suzuki-esque outfielder. He should be ready in not too long. Alex Velazquez, of course, a recently signed international free agent. Andy Tenorio, very interesting on base prospect. Emmanuel Machi, who was an international free agent signing, looking very nice. Don't think he's going to stick as a shortstop, but he could very easily be a nice third baseman. Very good on base skills. Nick Bitsko, of course, another interesting pitching prospect. He's actually somewhat competent as a two-way. Danny Reynoso, he came over in a trade with San Francisco. He was extremely cheap, presumably because of his bad personality, but he's got so much talent that I think it was worth it to acquire him. Speaking of his talent, he should not be at the DSL right now. So hopefully he doesn't walk wreck our locker too much. Ugh. Ernie Grove, our first round draft pick, and Luis Engel, Acuna. He's obviously marking the end of our interesting prospects because these guys, except Lawson, don't really have much value to our organization. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on some of these nicer prospects, though. All right, anyways, let's get on with this season. And we will win opening day. Filiberto Borromini leading up there, at least, in the league war. Shocker, Wander Franco has already jumped way up there. He's just so talented. Nolan Jones making an improvement. That's good to see. I mean, as talented as he is, anything is really huge. Borromini continues to get better. Kelenic continues to get better. Wow, look at that ability from Kelenic. Who else? Workman, Frias. Who's Mackenzie Stills? Interesting. Reynoso improved. Mendoza improved. I mean, he's definitely a nice looking pitching prospect right now. Polanco. That'll round up our prospect development and player development. Kirby Yates is leading the team in pitcher war. Sixto Sanchez must have had a poor opening day. Yeah, giving up 2 home runs. That's an unfortunate start for him, but of course, Wander Franco absolutely shredding. He's got otherworldly talent. He's going to be all dark blue when it's said and done in terms of his development, assuming he actually reaches that. He's 23 years old, and he's already arguably uh, one of the highest peak ceilings of any player in the history of the majors. He can hit home runs, he can hit for batting average, he can get on base, he can do it all. More importantly, what happened to Kikuchi? Okay, well, at least it's just not a super bad injury. When is Nick Birdie not out, though? That's the real question. Kind of curious how McKay's doing as a hitter because I've got him hitting fairly high up in the lineup against righties. Okay, in 4 games, he's doing barely above average. He's doing much better as a pitcher, which of course is why we brought him over in the first place. Alex Vazquez, not Velasquez. He's having a pretty successful start to his career. Still hasn't given up a run. Definitely got a really interesting roster, but we're going to have a lot of tough decisions to make in the near future in terms of which players we want to keep in the long term and who we're going to have to move. Oh no. Well, at least it was just Max Mayer. He's not too integral to our roster. Oops. And I'm not going to bother moving him to the other injured list unless I need to put him on the other injured list. Holton. Alright, he can pretty much replace him. Why do we have... Oh, that's Blake Workman, not Brandon Workman. Okay. Alright, well, Holton can fill in as our long reliever. Obviously, he's not as good, but you take what you can get. Let me guess. Wander Franco. Oh no, Juan Soto. Wow, Acuna's actually been really good too. We just got so many high talent players. Is Acuna in left field this year? He is in left field this year. We've also got a very, I don't actually think we have a great defense now that I think about it. We've got a good defense. Franco's really good at third. Acuna's really good in left. I think, um, Who's our right fielder? Why am I drawing a blank on our right fielder? Oh, we do have Bellinger. Okay, I think Bellinger is pretty good right fielder. And of course, Kelenic is an above average center fielder. And Nolan Jones is a really good first baseman. We have just not lost games this year. Kelenic is running away with batter war right now. Actually, Franco is trailing him pretty closely, but both of them are just insanely talented. Sanchez taking it up a notch. Wow. Wow, look at this. He ups his velocity, he improves his pitches. He's now in the dark blue everywhere. This has got to be one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Slater O'Brien making improvements. That's good to see. Bowden dropping off a bit. Jones dropping off a bit, but he didn't actually lose any talent. DeCastro dropping off a bit. Why is he dropping off? His defense is really top notch, though. Dominguez improving his defense. He is really good defensively. Oh no, Frias losing ability. That's not something you want to see. Amador is really stepping it up. That's going to make some decisions even tougher if he's doing that well. Reynoso continues to get better. Arguin continues to get better. Hey, look at this dude. Oh, wow. Wow. That is some sparkling potential right there. Let's take a look at the scouting history. Absolutely nothing and then everything. This has got to be one of the biggest improvements I've ever seen. In fact, this is probably the biggest improvement I've ever seen in a save. That is definitely a pitching prospect to watch. Yeah, shocker, Sixto Sanchez winning the Pitcher of the Month award. I'll be shocked if he doesn't win every single one for the rest of his career. How's Kelenic doing keeping pace with Franco? I mean, this is just insane seasons by the pair of them. Kelnic's not going anywhere. He's on a very affordable contract. I mean, I think him and Franco are actually on very similar contracts. No, Franco's is much more pricey. But nonetheless, they're both very friendly. No reason I would ever trade them. Oh, great. There's the closer out for a couple weeks. Fortunately, I don't think our team is in many save situations because we score so many runs, but it's still never fun to lose your closer. Do we have any relievers left who are worth calling up? Okay, sweet. Case Williams is healthy. I guess we can just put Gilbert in the bullpen, even though I don't really like him in the bullpen. Case Williams is legitimately our number 5 starter right now. This is a talented rotation. It's a shame that Kikuchi got hurt. I mean, I wouldn't say he's an integral part of our team considering how good the rotation and lineup are, but he was definitely a nice piece. Of course, he's not out for too long. Vasquez is on the WAR leaderboards, and our team is playing 900 baseball. All right, well, I'll just let him continue being the backup. I mean, he's not getting many at bats anyway. Oh, yeah, you're definitely getting an extension, Murphy. Definitely. Wander Franco's just something else. 75 defense at third base, too. Top-notch contact, great power, good eye. And Nolan Jones and Jared Kelenic having excellent seasons as well. Wow. Lunda's actually just upped his ability, I believe. Kind of curious how Case Williams is going to do going forwards. He looks like he had a pretty good debut. Our team is really winning the batter war game, it seems. Kalanick and Franco are really going after it for that #1 spot. Oh, come on. At least it's minimal. Still not a fan of McKay's injury, though. Nolan Jones looks like he's really done well the last couple weeks. He's continuing to improve his gap power and contact, so he's essentially going down the MJ Melendez route. Speaking of Melendez, he's on pace for a really nice season. Vasquez is doing really well. Sixto Sanchez is replicating his season last year, except he's actually giving up more home runs and keeping an even lower whip. His strikeout rate is up. I mean, he's up there pretty much with Garrett Cole for the single season record in K per 9. Wonder if Franco's leading the team in steals. Kelenic's a perfect 6-0. Here's Bellinger. How's Acuna doing in that category? He's only got 2 steals. I may have to actually set the strategy for him so he attempts more. Corbin Martin's leading the team in innings pitched. That was unexpected. He's on pace for 230 innings pitched. He's been pitching pretty well. Looks like this is a moderate injury to Acuna, so I will just let him ride it out. Juan Soto's leading the league in OPS now. I'm shocked he's managed to pass up Kalanick and Franco. But 1250 OPS. Wonder Franco looks like he's going to bat 400, but Juan Soto does too. Oh, Acuna, why'd you have to have a setback? Presumably thanks to their superior defense, Wander Franco and Kelnick still have a pretty substantial lead in war. Speaking of substantial, loving all the injuries. But he is on pace for 16 doubles. I mean triples. Just pretty unique. Wander Franco's actually a little bit of a step back from last season, surprisingly, in terms of batting average. He's hitting for more power though. He's on pace for much more home runs and more doubles and triples, which I think is really impressive. I don't know how Juan Soto is still beating him out in OPS. We've got all three ERA leaders. Kirby Yates is starting to drop off. Considering his age, that's not a shocker. Ew, he's had a rough year. How many losses does he have? One. Case Williams improving his movement. Of course, the changeups, his pitch still developing. It'll help round out his arsenal nicely. Ben Bowden, massive drop off. Yikes. I don't think I've ever seen a drop off this extreme. He went from a 4.5-star reliever at the beginning of the year to a 3-star now. Borromini making some improvements. He's doing very nicely, batting .335, hitting for a little bit of power, particularly in the gap category, but he's got a couple home runs. I'm surprised by that. I'm sure his defense is his carrying tool here, but he's got a 130 OPS plus. 4.5 stars now. Oops. Yasan Dominguez. Looking very nice himself. Ari Frias improving is good to see. Brady House is not. That is rough to see. Hopefully he can get some of that back. Idol Amador is a strange prospect. That's for sure. Ooh, nice. Elias Mendoza continues to improve. Rising prospect is good to see. Yeah, Corbin Martin has been really good. So has Velasquez. I mean, he's the age of a rookie too. He's only 23. We got him locked up affordably for 10 years. Kelnick seems to have stagnated, but Wander Franco's still performing very well. Brendan McKay's not hitting well. He's pitching very well, but he is probably going to lose his DH spot, definitely in the playoffs to Yasan Dominguez. But of course, as Dominguez is a talented center fielder, I'll stick him in the position and slide Kelnick over to DH. At least that's my current plan. Sixto Sanchez is so good. Alright, it's time for the draft. Oh, this guy is good. Please, please, please fall to us. Oh, we have the third overall pick. Forgot about that. Let's see if I can't make a trade with the Marlins for first overall, and if not, then hopefully he just falls 2 picks. Oh, can't trade draft picks on the day of the draft. Well, let's hope for the best, guys. Because this isn't the guy. I really want this dude to fall to us. High stamina, lots of talent, great pitcher. This is a really pitching heavy draft. Lots of high talent pitchers. 100 plus and a ground ball are interesting. And he's already quite developed. There's definitely some intriguing options here on the starting pitching end. Alright, let's see. Can he make it to us? Please, 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 please. Oh, he got taken. First overall by the Marlins. And then my second pick got taken by them. I like this guy, but I don't like that he's only got 3 pitches and none of them are great. I do like that he throws 100 plus though, and has 2 fastball type pitches. He's also got quite a bit of stamina. I'll at least keep him on my mind. All of the top prospects in this draft are definitely pitchers. This guy is an interesting shortstop, particularly on defense, but he's not what we need. There are a lot of talented pitchers. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a 6 pitch arsenal. He's durable. He's got plenty of stamina. This guy's tempting. And I think I'm still gonna go with this dude. Alright, let's see if that guy fell to us. No, it doesn't look like he did. Alright, so now it's pretty much, do we want to take one of these extremely talented relievers? Or, oh, this guy is really good. Extreme ground ball, or... Oh, that's the same guy. There's some interesting relievers in this draft class. That guy seems good, but I think the relievers are probably the best options left. Okay, so this guy has 2 pretty good pitches. He's a ground baller. He's got good movement and control. He's got plenty of stamina. He's got some batting ratings, but not enough to be, oh, well, I mean, he's got decent batting ratings. He could be, an outfielder. He appears to be a somewhat legit two-way prospect. I mean, his avoid case is definitely his defining skill. This dude's personality is great, and he's an extreme ground baller who throws hard, so he'll be on my radar. But I think this guy does have to be the pick here. Perfect. And ironically, relievers are probably our weakest position right now, so getting some interesting pieces there through the draft is good. This guy's got really high stamina. He could be a stopper. That's tempting. I think that dude's got more upside though. Ooh, this dude's got a circle changeup. Right now, I'm kind of wishing I'd taken more top draft picks from other teams because there's some really, really interesting pitchers available right now. Oh, he got taken. And all the talented relievers are gone now. This guy still is pretty good though. Ooh, this dude's control is very intriguing. Let's hope that dude falls to us. Doesn't look like he did. Well, that's unfortunate. This guy's still on the draft table. I guess he's pretty decent. All right. Yeah, this guy's an interesting talent. He's actually a pretty good hitter right now. Line drive hitter, doesn't strike out much. Really good personality. Defense could use a little work, but it's not terrible. Ooh, that guy's got an interesting bat. Bet you put him at a different position and his potential shoots up. Ooh, this guy's got very interesting on base profile. He looks decent enough to play second base. This guy is interesting enough. This is definitely a much higher talent draft than we've seen in the past from this sim. Some very interesting players all the way down to here, actually. I guess I like this guy for his defense, but I don't know if he's worth taking yet. And a 1.5-star overall guy. Interesting. Guess he's the guy you take if you desperately need help at your AA team. Oh no, I meant for the catcher. There we go. Ooh, this guy's got nice control potential. Aha, this guy's got a very interesting arsenal. 6 pitches, good personality, good control potential. Not this dude, where was he? Yes, this guy. Matthew Manning. Not to be confused with Matt Manning, of course. Ooh. Huh. Alright. What round is it? It's the 18th round. Alright, well I guess I'll just, no. I would like to actually manually do this draft. At least for a little bit longer. That Robbie Snyder guy looked interesting in terms of his personality. Yeah, he's very young and he's got a very good personality. He's got a long way to come, but he's got the tools to battle. this point, we're pretty much just stacking the farm system with the best personalities we can find. I don't actually see any of these guys turning into genuinely useful players to our organization in some way. Unless, of course, some team really wants their personality. Hey man, you want to beef up my AA team? Alright, we've only got 2 rounds left. Oops, Matthew Manning. Welcome to the Diamondbacks. And we are done. Oh, not quite yet. Rajund Dumara. Why not? Alright, perfect. Oh yeah, I think he's worth that. Brendan McKay, he's been a very effective pitcher. 2.26 ERA, .9 WHIP, very high strikeout rate, low home run rate. Any other prospects who should be moved up? Ooh, look at this dude. Oh yeah, it's this guy from earlier. Alright, I guess he's probably good enough at least for A-ball. Coronado's still in AA. Look at his ability. He is just so good. He's doing very well in AA too. Frias and Cerda. Can't wait to get them up to the major league level. Now, the problem is who's leaving when we call them up? Corbin Martin? Brendan McKay? Probably not Velazquez or Williams. Or Vasquez, not Velazquez. I should just change his name so I don't screw it up. I mean, I guess Williams is kind of limited in that his changeup isn't really developing, and that's what's going to make or break his development at this stage. So we're gonna have to hope for the best and maybe trade him if we don't get it. Because we have better prospects. I still don't understand how Juan Soto is doing so well. Sixto Sanchez is once again on par for a triple crown. Cody Bellinger leading the league in home runs. He's leading in two of the Triple Crown categories, although there's no way he tops Wander Franco, or even just Luis Arias in second place for that batting average. Wow, Borromini with 5 hits, you're going to see a lot of those. He is definitely a very talented batting average hitter. Translated right over from AAA to Major Leagues, actually with more power. He's hitting home runs, which is something we didn't expect to see from him. Wander Franco is just unbelievable. Cody Bellinger is definitely starting to heat it up. This is definitely the guy that we traded for. Probably a little bit more on top of that, actually. Brendan McKay might threaten for the ERA title, despite the fact that his control isn't as good as it was when we traded for him. Yeah, his batting is just not good enough. Alright, I'm making him the backup DH. Sonoran Dominguez is getting starts now. Congratulations, Dominguez, you've earned it. Ooh, I like this extension except for that player opt-out. Sweet. Our salary's looking... Kyle Keller needs an extension. Alright. Ben Bowden needs an extension. I think I'm just going to trade him away at the end of the year with his drop-off. Borromini should get an extension before it's too late. Perfect. I don't like how heavy it is at the back, but I guess we're going to have to figure some financials out by then. We're going to have a lot of players getting real expensive in a couple of years down here. Gerber needs an extension, although he's probably getting traded at the end of the year as well, so... Yeah, this isn't exactly where I wanted to be financially, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Rui Kikuchi is back. Logan Gilbert, you've actually been pretty valuable for us this year. 4 starts, 18 games, 14 of them in relief. You had a save. You put up 1.3 WAR. You pitched very effectively. Now let's see what we can get for you on the trade market. I'm sure somebody needs a starting pitcher. Looks like people do. They just don't want to pay too much for one. Morel is like the definition of average. That guy isn't terrible. Hey, look, it's Joffrey Marte. Omar Espinoza. Scouting discovery. Alright, Nick Griffin is still interesting. How is Tyler Freeman doing this year? Very, very well. He's had a lot of success. Alright, well, I guess we'll do this then. Oh, come on. I'm shocked that our MVP race is actually three-way. I was thinking Franco was going to run away with it this year, but Kelnick and Bellinger are doing an excellent job keeping pace. Plus, Sixto Sanchez might get some MVP votes. Rui Kikuchi is back, that's right. I somehow forgot. I think it's time to put Ohea in a setup role and drop Yates to a middle relief role. Alright, Kikuchi, make us happy. Come on, he immediately gets diagnosed with bone chips. One day. He made it one day. Well, I guess Blake Workman's getting called up. No, not Hendry, whoever the heck that is. Oh, right, we got this dude. Seeing that guy develop is good. How is Holton doing? Well, at least he's not bad. All right, well, Borromini has signed his extension. Dominguez signed his extension. That last year, unfortunately, is a player option, but that's all right. Big thing is he didn't get his opt-out. #1 defensive efficiency. That's what happens when you put Yasan Dominguez in a starting role and call up Filiberto Borromini. Oh wow, that pitcher dude is #1 prospect. Ade Almador is probably going to get massive trade value thanks to being #2. Brady House has slipped to #3. Hopefully he can regain some of his momentum. Annie Coronado, #4. Xavier Arguin, #5. His development appears to have slowed a bit. Hopefully he can speed it up because I would love to see him at some point in the future in the major leagues. Bryce Matthews, #6. He looks like he's actually improved himself a bit. Jose Cerda, another pitcher. We own every single spot in the top 9. Wow. .696 prospect points. Definitely have got to love our prospect development right now. We are just loaded with top end players. Sixto Sanchez has a huge lead over Corbin Martin in WAR right now. And strikeouts and ERA. More, if it weren't for Sanchez, Martin might be a Triple Crown contender right now or even leader. Alex Vasquez doing very well in his rookie year. Nolan Jones improved his contact. This guy is just really talented. Potential stuff rating drops, but something improved. Current stuff and current control. Okay. Elias Mendoza. Lots of green here. That's good to see. Jordan Valdez. Who was our international free agent signing? Ernie Grove. Nice. Jamar Hayes. I guess our system must just be really good for pitchers or something. Yeah, Franco, that's right. Brendan McKay. And of course, Alex Vasquez, who has been, I think, undefeated in his Rookie of the Month awards. Franco's starting to take a much bigger lead in WAR and OPS. Alright, let's see if there's any interesting international amateurs we can pick up. Not really anyone too good. This guy's not bad, though. That guy's okay. This might be the best option. This guy's glove makes him much more valuable, and his Void Case gives me hope for his future ability. I don't know, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with this dude. Oh, we're first in almost everything. There's nothing my owner can complain about after this season. Sixto Sanchez is being run down by Brendan McKay for that ERA spot. And he's keeping a low BABIP, and he's utterly dominant, and yet McKay is still somehow keeping pace with a very low BABIP. Okay. Wander Franco, we're gonna have to check him out in a minute here. Wander Franco, just such a talented guy. He's upping his power even more, it seems. Yelich is now the one with the really high OPS, not Juan Soto. We're 30 games up in the division. We have an 860 winning percentage. Oh, wow. Dominguez looks like he's having a pretty good job as a starter. Looks like he's maxed out his eye potential, so he should see a very high on base percentage as well. He's got a 500 on base percentage right now. When it's all said and done, he might be the greatest, or at least one of the greatest players of all time. Oh, come on. The same crap happened with Nelson Gonzalez. Well, he's fragile now. Guess I should ship him away and get what I can while he's still got value. I hate to do that. I really hate to do that. Yeah, I guess he doesn't even really have value. I'm not getting any good offers. Ooh, this dude's interesting. What is the deal with Pimentel? He's good, but not great. This dude is great. It's also a starting pitcher for a reliever. There's gotta be something better I could get. Something like Cole Winn, maybe? Perfect. Alright, well that's an upgrade. Considering that they're rebuilding and they only want my backup infielder for a first round pick, I gotta say that's a not bad looking trade. Suppose we could call up, what's his name? Oops, that's not the one I wanted to get rid of. Alright, well, I guess we'll make this trade then. That ought to free up some money a little bit in the long term. Still looking at very high payrolls going forwards, however. Ooh, hay is going to be really expensive. I don't know. Alright, I guess that'll be that then. Wander Franco is really just tearing up the league right now. Alright, let's see who made the All-Star game. Sanchez, of course. Corbin Martin. Alex Vasquez. No Brendan McKay. Really? No Brendan McKay? There he is, okay. 4.3 WAR from him. Had some very good seasons from our pitching. Doesn't look like we had any relievers make it. MJ Melendez made it. He looks better all the time. He's a 1000 OPS catcher right now. In a normal league, he'd be an MVP contender. Nolan Jones is just such an all-around talent. Tyler Freeman, of course, he makes it. Wander Franco, shocker. Filiberto Borromini in his first season, his age 19 season, makes it. Cody Bellinger makes it. Kelnick makes it. Acuna makes it. It's pretty much our whole roster. Alright, as for our prospects, Coronado makes it. Tonorio makes it. Matthews makes it. Amador makes it. House makes it. Buskuman makes it. Wiley makes it. How's he coming along? Still developing pretty well. And Mendoza makes it. Got some really good pitching prospects. Looks like Yates has bounced back in his middle relief role. Brendan McKay has passed up Sixto Sanchez in ERA. Wow, 14-2 win. And of course Acuna wins the MVP. We're 40 games up in the division. Next best team is mediocre, and we are absolutely dominant this season. Oh, please don't get Sanchez hurt. Please, please, please do not get him hurt. He's improved his stuff potential again. Sixto Sanchez is just unbelievably talented. Who did Alvarez beat? He beat Bellinger in the final round. That's unfortunate for him. Bellinger's having quite the year. I want to see this box score. Trout hit a 2-run home run against Brendan McKay to strike first for the American League. And it was all downhill from there. Lux had a great game. Freeman had a great game. He played the whole game, and he was okay. Franco had a good game. Urs had a good game. Kelnick had a good game. He had a home run too. Soto was pretty bad. Arenado was alright. Melendez had a good game. Will Smith had a good game. Acuna had an outstanding 2-home run game. How did this dude make the All-Star game? Oh, he's got a 191 ERA somehow. Corbin Martin was good. Pablo Lopez made the All-Star game. Sixto Sanchez didn't even get to pitch. That's 2 straight Player of the Week awards for Kelenic. Keep in mind that he's now DH, so his WAR totals are going to be inherently lower. Oh, right, I need to call up a utility infielder. That's who was missing from the roster. Is Noelvi Marte good enough to come up? Yeah, I suppose he is good enough. Just as a stopgag type guy. Dominguez has been, oh come on, seriously? Kellenic, please. Now Dominguez over here. Yes, perfect. Dominguez has been great in his rookie year. I'm still so impressed with how this team has done this year. More for us, the Dodgers might be in a playoff spot right now. Bellinger's hitting really well. Kelenick's hitting really well. Yeah, Brendan McKay's starting to pull way ahead in that ERA title. He's getting much luckier than Sanchez, though, so maybe Sanchez can pull it off. Borromini just does not stop. He's almost stealing as much as he's drawing walks. Great rookie year for him, and unfortunately, I don't think he's going to win the Rookie of the Year award because of Vazquez. Tenorio getting better. Can we finish the year strong? It'll be interesting to see if Sixto Sanchez can pull off another Triple Crown. He's barely holding the lead in wins, too. He's pretty safe in strikeouts, though. He's almost certainly going to win the Cy Young, but I mean, we just got so many guys bucking it out for these spots. And we've clinched the division. We're up by 40 games over the Dodgers. We might end this season about 60 games up in the division. Because we just do not lose. I don't think I've ever had a team this good, and I've had some really good teams. Hey, Borromini won a Player of the Week award. Yeah, he's been pretty good. Although his home run of power has really tailed off. I guess it was just a hot streak when he came up. He's already 5 stars overall. He's now got 75 shortstop defense. Let's check his fielding. He's been worth plus 6.4 zone runs, which that's not elite, but that's definitely borderline Gold Glove quality at least. Sixto Sanchez has reclaimed the ERA lead. Cody Bellinger has 173 RBIs. Wander Franco's not hitting 400 anymore. Come on, man, get it back up. You're better than this. There we go. That's 400. Now he's not hitting 400. Come on, Franco, hit 400. You can do it. You can do it, man. You can do it. I believe in you. Don't let Cody Bellinger beat you in the MVP race. Kirby Yates is really dropping off. There's no way we're picking up his option. There's no way Ben Bound's coming back next year. He just went from dominant reliever to basically nothing. Well, it looks like Valdez actually has a chance to get back to where he was. Ooh, look at this John Guest dude. One of our draft picks. Let me guess. Oh, Borromini. Huh. Yeah, Borromini's really been good. Although Sixto Sanchez won. Oh yeah, we got 2 Sanchez's, don't we? Let me just confirm that Bellinger's actually starting to catch up to Franco in the MVP race. Okay, we got Sixto Sanchez and we got Alex Vasquez, not Sanchez. We have, in a very hitter-heavy league, 3 pitchers with sub 300 ERAs, 2 with sub 200 ERAs, and 1 with a 320 ERA. And his changeup is starting to come along. I love how Sixto Sanchez is leading in every single pitcher category except saves. He's starting to get a pretty reasonable lead in wins now, and he's starting to mount an ERA lead. Cody Bellinger would have won the Triple Crown in most leagues. I could have sworn Jared Kelenic was spelled with only one R. Guess I'm wrong about that, though. Sixto Sanchez and Brendan McKay are both still undefeated. Wander Franco looks like he's really starting to blossom again. Looks like this is more of a power blossom than a batting average on base percentage blossom, though. We're winning 130 games this year. This is a really good team. We're up 56 games in the division. The last place game or team is back almost half the games of the year. We're almost a 500 winning percentage better than the Rockies. Arias would be winning a batting title in almost any other league for Borromini too, but they're both stuck in Franco's shadow. Brendan McKay is actually turning out to be a really great pickup. I didn't think he would be this valuable to the team, but he has been. Oh, Borromini. Oh, you've got to be kidding. That one stings. Out 5 weeks. Our star rookie shortstop. All right, Amador, you get temporarily be our starting shortstop. Welcome back to the Majors house. I guess Kendall Williams ought to come up. Actually, you know what? Where are you, Williams? You're getting yanked back down. Favor of, I think, Cerda. Yeah, he's older and he's got probably a higher bullpen boost. It's not like Amador isn't really talented. He is a very good shortstop. He's just got every position. I mean, he could be a second baseman, I suppose, over Tyler Freeman. But look at how good Freeman's been this year. How has Nolan Jones been? He doesn't get any recognition, but he's on pace for about 10 WAR. Jay Melendez, he's on pace for about 8 WAR. MJ Melendez would be an MVP candidate in most leagues, especially considering he's a catcher and he's doing this. We might win 140 games. Unless we choke the last two. That seems possible. One game now to go. Can we win 140? I've never had a team win 140. Alright, well I guess we're going to find out in a minute here. Did Franco bat 400? He did not. Wander Franco came just short of another 400 year. Rough, but he's still managed an absolutely outstanding season. He got. He was actually inferior to last year. Okay, he hit more doubles, triples, and homers. All the same triples, but he led the league in almost every category. He led the league in walks. Very impressive. Sixto Sanchez did indeed win the Triple Crown with really high strikeout rate, really, really low walk rate, higher home run rate than you'd like, but still very impressive. Insane whip and strikeout totals. Threw a ton of innings. Lots of games started. Really low ERA. Lots of wins. Undefeated. Did we win 140 games? We won 140 games. Cody Bellinger, Jared Kelenic will round out our WAR leaderboard for the hitter side. Bellinger winning the home run title. Not what I wanted to do. Very impressive season. He really had a great year. Kelenic, of course, really high batting average and on base percentage. He hit plenty of power as well. Lots of home runs. Wait, who's missing in our lineup? Oh, this is the playoff roster. They, for some reason, want Brady House over what's his name. Alright, anyways, speaking of the playoffs, we will figure that one out for next time. So I will see you guys on the next one.